And now, your first fighter ready to make his way to the cage out of the blue corner, Brian, the Professional Predator Rogers. Now making his way to the Bellator cage fighting out of the red corner, Alessio Legendario Sakara.
Google greatest Italian MMA fighter, and Legionarius Alessio Sakara is what your search engine will deliver. And he has delivered against some of the best. Italian-born, he tried soccer, he tried boxing, but a VHS tape of Shamrock Gracie, you know, the first one, changed his life. He moved to Brazil, he trained with the Nogueiras, he has fought at the highest level, carrying the mantle of Italian MMA until that next generation is ready, and everyone in this building appreciates everything he has done.
And he talks about the wars in Brazil, the way when they sparred, it was a fight every single time. He wasn't the guy, he said, to back down in the gym, because I went with everybody, and that made me the kind of fighter I am today.
A student of history, so many of those tattoos represent this country and the Roman Empire. No better way to show your national pride. A big, big moment for the veteran Alessio Sakara. The Tale of the Tape brought to you by Dave & Buster's, the only place to eat, drink, play, and watch sports.
And I'm looking at the weight. Alessio Sakara, 203.9. Brian Rogers, 205.3. These are guys who have spent the bulk of their career at middleweight. How will they perform at light heavyweight? Will they have the speed? We'll see.
It was already a raucous crowd tonight in Torino. Now it will be a partisan one.
Bellator MMA presented by Miller Lite from the Pala Albidor now features tonight's co-main event live on Spike. 3 5-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Introducing the blue corner first at 5'11", weighing in 95.3 kilos, 205.3 pounds. The Bellator veteran tonight stands with 12 professional victories, 8 defeats. Originally from Kent, Ohio, he fights out of Denver, Colorado, USA. Introducing Brian, the Professional Predator Rogers. And across the cage, his adversary tonight fights out of the red corner. At 6'1", he weighed in 95.25 kilos, 203.9 pounds. In his home country, the veteran tonight makes his Bellator debut, bringing 17 professional victories, 11 defeats from Roma, Italia. Introducing Alessio Legionarios Sakara. When the bell rings, the referee in charge of the action, Mark Goddard.
Okay, gentlemen, you know exactly what I expect being over in the dressing room. Listen to me at all times, keep yourself protected. When I say stop, you stop. Touch gloves, let's do this.
Alessio Sakara has been in with some of the biggest names in the game. Brian Rogers is now in with the name he wants on his mantle.
Ready, let's do it.
The fight clock brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Cheers, it's Miller time.
Say it time and again, Brian Rogers, known for his first round explosiveness, tends to be a very fast starter.
That win against Wicker on December 4th was huge. He had lost 4 or 5. He was getting near that crossroads moment. And now here he is on a huge stage, playing one of those road games he loves so much in college football.
Alessio Sakara needs to stay behind that lead jab. Came out of boxing. Great way to beat another guy's explosiveness and timing is keep that jab in his face.
His technique has always been so good.
Brian Rogers needs to stay unorthodox. The knees, kicks, everything you don't do in a boxing gym, that's what Brian Rogers has to do tonight.
Both identical stories. Both were just done with the weight cut at 185. Download the free Spike app with full episodes of your favorite shows anywhere, anytime for free. Now available on the App Store and Google Play. Big shot. Crowd is looking for any reason to explode. When Alessio Sakara started, there weren't smartphones. Now he was greeted by thousands of them, recording the moment or Snapchatting, being a part of history.
Alessio Sakara so far being the guy moving forward. When it comes to the real estate, he's the one moving forward, but it's Brian Rogers so far with the effective offense. Great takedown.
Very strong.
Make no mistake, Brian Rogers has the power for light heavyweight. He has the power for 205, very strong.
And when he talks about Sakara, he will talk about his hand speed. So this is where he wants to fight.
And also, I think a significant factor, Alessio Sakara, since the end of 2012, has only fought 3 times. He hasn't been very busy. Brian Rogers, 6 fights in that amount of time. Against the guy with ring rust, you want to start fast. Don't give him time to warm up. That's what he's doing.
That first elbow got through.
Alessio Sakara, always a vulnerability to his style, has been on the ground. He's obviously picked up a lot of jiu-jitsu. That's not where he started. That's not where he's at his best.
He had a good first round against Chris Weidman, but once Chris Weidman got that fight to the ground, it was done.
A little bit of hunting for the triangle, but not in position to get it.
He trained with the Nogueiras, as we said. He lived with Minotauro for a long period of time.
Now I spent a lot of time with American top team Conan Silveira. Of course, one of the head trainers down there, great jiu-jitsu himself, Carlson Gracie family. Brian Rogers so far fighting very smart.
One of the reasons Sakara is so popular, he wanted to play soccer as a kid, but it's not as simple as that as it is in the States. You want to play soccer in Italy, there's family connections, there's different things that you have to, you have to know people who know people.
And you have to be awesome at soccer. Let's not forget that.
That helps. He became more of a man of the people, and he drifted into combat sports, first into boxing, and then it was a VHS tape. If you don't know what a VHS tape is, kids, Google it. Of the first Shamrock Gracie fight. It's changed a lot of lives, which we saw when we were in Houston. All the people, the younger fighters that talked to us about where they were, how old they were when they watched that first fight.
That's the fight that made MMA, made Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, in my opinion.
Sakara has it back on his feet.
And still moving forward, doesn't appear concerned about the takedown.
It's an interesting round to score. And Sakara trying to finish with a flurry. A couple of those shots have gotten through. Strong start, strong finish in round one for Alessio Sakara. Did Brian Rogers do enough on the ground to win the round? Ebbs and flows of round number one for Brian Rogers in front of that man, Scott Coker, as he has seen vision after vision come true. International expansion tonight. See Darlene there with him. I remember at Dynamite, this thing Scott Coker, it was like what he had designed in his room when he was 10 years old, and it had come true, like the models we all build. Dynamite 2, by the way, coming soon. So much to tell you about over the next couple of months in Bellator. Remember, we're back with you on Friday night from Mohegan Sun. A promotional debut. Benson Henderson, who instead of dipping a toe in the water, is going for the gold on his first night against Andrei Koreshkov. But Sakara, how much more comfortable is Sakara on his feet?
I mean, he loves it. And what I like is he's moving forward and he doesn't seem hesitant. The takedown didn't scare him. He's still being aggressive.
And he grabbed the head and then delivered that forearm.
Do not stop. You turn. Do not stop. Do not stop. Let's go. Let's go.
That's a weird stop.
I was just going to ask you that. That seemed like...
Let's go.
He claimed he was grabbing his hair, I think, when he was in that plum position.
Don't stop fighting would be what I would say.
Yeah, but, rarely do referees stop you to say, don't stop fighting. Protect yourself at all times. That's what they'll tell you. That's what Brian Rogers needs to do.
There's another little short forearm. And another one. Brian Rogers had a big takedown that turned the first round around. He needs another one here, and he went for it.
Yeah, that was more desperation. Those are easier to see. And look at the confidence in Alessio Sakara. Showing right now no fear of Brian Rogers right in front of him.
Brian Rogers' reaction time is very slow here.
Oh, nice elbow over the top, though. He's still dangerous. Either guy thought it would be easy. They're rethinking that now.
Both carrying 20 pounds more than they are normally used to carrying.
And Brian Rogers tends to be explosive in round one, but he's had trouble slowing later in fights. Alessio Sakara been sticking with his bread and butter. A few kicks, but mostly punches, and he's been fighting at a pace.
And there's the biggest one so far. That one caught behind the ear, and we are done. The first shot from Sakara wobbled him, and the second one ended Brian Rogers' night.
If you wondered if Alessio Sakara still had knockout power, there is your answer. Huge shots. This crowd is rumbling.
Pointing to the tattoos, which he wears with pride. A night that meant so much to him could not have ended better for Alessio Sakara.
Going over to show his respect to Brian Rogers. Great representative of Italian combat sports, of Italian MMA. Great stuff tonight.
Paving the way for the next generation. He has carried the mantle of Italian MMA, and he carried it with pride tonight, scoring a second-round knockout of Brian Rogers. The first one wobbled him, the second one ended it. Alessio Sakara spent much of the first round on the ground where he didn't want to be. Once he got it back on his feet, he wobbled Brian Rogers with that big shot behind the ear, took the equilibrium away, and it was just a matter of time before that right hand ended the night for Brian Rogers and gave Alessio Sakara an emotional win in a fight in his home country.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, referee Mark Goddard steps in, waves off the contest. The official time, 2 minutes, 29 seconds into round number 2. The winner by TKO, Alessio Legionario Sakara.
Extraordinary national pride. Alessio Sakara able to deliver the knockout he has waited for years to deliver at home. He's with Jimmy.
I'm here with the winner, Alessio Sakara. How does it feel to get such a spectacular knockout in front of your hometown crowd?
Come ti senti avere vinto per KO davanti a tutti I tuoi fan?
Il merito è vostro, era da tempo che non vincevo per KO. Mi sentivo le dinamiti e questo è grazie a voi, ero troppo carico.
Grazie a voi, I suoi fan, si sentiva una dinamite, proprio grazie a loro. Scusate, in inglese.
I don't speak Italian, so I gotta wait. You guys gotta help me out.
He was speaking in Romano, so I was translating in Italian. So he said, in front of with all the people, the fan, he was feeling like a dynamite. They gave him all that power.
The confidence he had moving forward the entire time, no fear. Where did that come from?
Come mai andavi sempre avanti, che hai questa confidenza da dove viene fuori, che non avevi paura, non sembravi avere paura?
Because I don't have fear because I fight in Italy and I have a lot of people together me.
My next question, my last one, will we see him again fighting in front of this crowd?
Ti vedremo ancora combattere di fronte a tutti I tuoi fan?
I don't know, depends on the Bellator. If Bellator come to Italy, I fight every time I fight in Italy.
With this crowd, I think we'll be back. Let's give it up for Alessio Sakara, ladies and gentlemen.
He may have sandbagged us on needing a translator, but he didn't need any help inside the cage in his Bellator debut. An emotional second round TKO win for Alessio Sakara.